Hi, Mommy. How'd you look like when you want to save the world? You're gonna look like shit, baby. You're not gonna sleep normal. You're not gonna eat normal. You're not gonna, like, function normal. You're not gonna have normal friends. You probably won't have any friends. Yeah, you probably need to get a dog. Yeah. That's how it looks like when you want to save the world. Mom, is that like a syndrome? Saving the world syndrome? Do you have like an abnormal syndrome where you need to see a therapist or something? Maybe I need to see a therapist, but I wouldn't trust the therapist here. So, sorry therapist, your reputation يعني precedes you, صح? So good morning, good afternoon. How does it really look like for a person who works in or for or with people who want to save the world? Oh, there's a conflict between good and evil, right? And evil sometimes is really strong, and good sometimes is really like, not attentive. They don't listen to mommy's advice. Why, Mom? Because they're men, sweetheart. Because they're men. Men don't take advices from women. That's how it is. When there's a man existing, he's too powerful and too egoistic and you're blaming it on the man, Mom? Maybe is it your attitude? Well, sweetheart, I tried all different types of attitude. I tried being nice, I tried being crazy, I tried being sweet, I did the whole 7 years. I told the stories, I went through hell and back, and man, still a man. He would not listen from a woman. He would not take an advice from a woman. Well, Mom, that doesn't work out in the U.S. I mean, in the States, they listen to women. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm gonna do. I'm not sure about them here in our home country. They don't really listen to the woman until shit really breaks the fan, and then they're like, oh, I guess we need to change the strategy. Oh, I guess we see a problem on Facebook and social media. Maybe there's a war going on social media. Maybe there's a psychological war going on social media. Oh, sir, I've been telling you for the past 10 years you're going to go through psychological warfare on social media. What are you going to do about it, sir? That's like besides all the warfare that's going on, besides the other warfare. So, he wouldn't listen. They think women are stupid. They think women are just made there for sex. They think women are just supposed to be sitting home and cooking them a meal. And when they get back, I don't know, if they get lucky, they have sex and just sleep and call it a day. Because men are the decision makers. They do everything and they think about everything. And they're always right. Men are always right in our society. And so, that's how I look like when you want to save the world. You start dreaming of all the wars. You start dreaming of airplanes falling. You start dreaming of like drills and whatnot. You start going through some shit when you want to save the world. So, Mommy, I'm not going to be beautiful if I start working like you, sweetheart. I don't know what's written for you. Honestly. I mean, seriously now. كلمة جد. Do you really know سكة حياتك هتمشي ازاي لما تخطط لحياتك؟ انت بتخططي ايه لحياتك؟ ايه خطتك المستقبلية؟ ايه خطتك المستبعدية؟ ايه خطتك المتنيلية؟ بيب، انا خطتي ان انا اعرف ابوب. That's my خطة for now for life. Can I poop? Or am I gonna be having imsak for like a few days? Because that's not gonna be healthy. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be healthy, sweetheart. No. Well, so no, I did not plan that. I just wanted to do it. And then when I started doing it, I'm like, oh shit. There's a lot of people involved in this shit. Yeah. Lots of big boys involved and lots of big boys planning to make big decisions. Decisions that affect all our lives. Absolutely. So those big boys need to make good decisions, yeah. So they probably need an advisor. Well, in this situation, that's going to be quite difficult for a woman. So if you're like bilingual or by dual citizen, if you don't even speak the language, God be with you, sweetheart. God be with you, sweetheart. That's for my future baby. if I ever have a baby, يعني. I don't know how I'm gonna have a baby without a husband, but you never know what happens with science, right? Yeah, but they said that's haram. We shouldn't do that without a husband. You shouldn't just go get a sperm from a sperm bank. You don't know who the fucking father is. Yeah, well, that's called an abnormal a savior personality disorder. Abnormal savior personality disorder. What is a disorder, mommy? Disorder when your mental health problem gives you functional impairment. Like you're not able to do your job, you're not able to sleep properly, you're not able to eat properly, you're just not able to function properly. That's when the situation becomes abnormal. That's how we identify that the person has an abnormal problem. But what if we go through traumas? Like what if you get, raped or kidnapped, or I don't know, if you get harassed, or if you lose your home, or if you lose your job, if you lose your money, if you lose your source of, income here and there, what happens? Well, that's called life crisis, sweetheart. This is called life crisis and trauma. And so you will get depressed, or you will get anxiety, or you probably will have another kind of disorder. All right, what are we going to do about it, Mom? Go talk to a therapist? All right, Mr. Therapist, let's start the session. What's going on? How do you feel? Oh, sometimes I feel so depressed that I don't want to ever wake up and I just want to die. Oh, honey, no, don't think about it like that. Just let's break it down. Let's break down the problem. How did it start? Oh, well, I don't know. When did it start? Did it start when I was 4 years old in Saudi Arabia and some man tried to sexually harass me? Or did it start when I went to Egypt and all the things that I saw in Saudi Arabia were a little weird? So Egypt was like, no, sweetie, we're not that weird. We don't dress in black and white, and that's all. We communicate with each other. We make parties at home, and we invite all our guests, all our friends and neighbors, and we listen to nice cartoons and listen to nice music and nice, productive and, nice media, nice, every single thing is nice, and we call each other, we care about each other, we bring each other gifts, we talk to our neighbors. We were in normal Egypt one day, and then what happened, Mom? And then we went to the U.S., and then what happened, Mom? Well, Mommy didn't understand English at that time, so she was just sitting there eating a lot of junk food, and she was watching a lot of TV and reading a lot of books to catch up on her English. It took her 202 books 1 year to understand a book, for God's sake, when she was at elementary school. She didn't make any friends, of course, because of the English barrier. And then when she went to high school, she saw all the drugs and all the sex and all the drama, and she thought that was haram. She shouldn't be, engaging in all this stuff. And then what happened, Mommy? And then Mommy's like, okay, let's make a deal. Mommy's starting to make deals like an American, right? How about this? Mommy went to Grandpa, and she asked Grandpa, hey, Grandpa, let's make a deal. I'm going to finish high school, and this is the biggest third high school in the U.S., James Martin, and I'm getting you all the awards, who's who among high school students, who's who among blah, 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 the Presidential Award for, outstanding student achievements. I am a good student. I'm going to get all A's and B's. I'm just going to graduate 2003, walk the damn stage, and I'm going to go back home. I'm going to go back to Masr. And then what happened, Mommy? And then Grandpa's like, no, sweetheart, you can't go back home right now. You're too young, and you need to finish your education here. So let me just take that plane ticket and get you some gold. So Mommy got depressed, because Mommy lived out a dream that she's going to be back home when she was little. And she's got to start making friends in college, and she's got to start living like a normal Egyptian with normal friends and people she'd known long time ago, and just be a normal Egyptian, because she was so confused between being an Egyptian American Muslim. Am I Muslim? Am I an Egyptian? Am I an American? I'm going through all the fucking dilemmas. And yeah, honey, it was after September 11th, so yes, being a Muslim was kind of like a boo-boo at that time, because they would think that automatically you might be, a terrorist or sympathizer with terrorist groups. So they ask you questions left and right, and dare you. Mommy was a bitch. Mommy had to kick a few officers when they came knocking on the door hard, because you're not allowed to knock on the door so hard. Who the hell do you think you are? And so she got in trouble for that when she grew up. And then what happened, Mommy? And then Mommy's like, fuck it, I'm gonna just go to college and study architecture. And then she saw in college a lot of Arab people, and she realized, like, whoa, we're kind of different. We speak the same language, but we are kind of not united because we probably don't want to unite. What's going on with those Arab people? At that time, Mommy was fit. She would go to the gym, and she was so stylish. She was so beautiful. She had it all together. She's got everything. She's got a really funny and nice sweat personality. And she was this little beautiful Saad Hosni going all over the place, loving everybody, making friends with everybody, giving a lot of gifts. But she got some backstabs from a lot of her Arab friends, particularly the Palestinian friends. And who the fuck is making an angry emoji? Somebody's not getting it. So, and then Mommy, what happened? And then Mommy switched her degree, sweetheart. She started studying psychology instead. Because she wanted to understand the human brain. How does the human brain function? Because humans around, they function a little weird. And maybe she can help in that field. And she would study here and there until she went to that section or sector of applied behavior analysis. Because she learned that if you go to the psychic world, you're going to give people psychotics. Those psychotics are not really helping people. They're just like, you know, suppressing the actual problem. You're not going to be helped. You're going to just take some medicine left or right. You're going to wake up with a medicine, sleep with a medicine, so your mood would be neutral. So you wouldn't give a big high in the mood or a big low in the moods. Because some people aren't talented, and they end up calling talented people bipolar. Well, all right, so she discovered that there's also facade in that kind of industry. Apparently it is an industry. So she took the other route, the behavior route. That can take years, decades, generations, or hours to just probably change their behavior. And then what else, Mommy? And then she was writing a book. Mommy was writing a book, actually. Did you know what she was writing about? She was writing a book about humanitarian Islam. She wanted to tell the West world that, you know, behaving peacefully is actually behaving like a Muslim. But she never really got the chance to publish the book because of all the other encounters she had to see. Mommy had to go through so many roller coasters, from a city to a county to a state to a country to a nation to a whole other part of the world. And she ended up in Egypt. What was she doing there? Well, Mommy got famous out of nowhere, sweetheart. She was talking to her girlfriends on social media. She was just telling her about Aris. You know how old school we used to do the Aris, but through this khutbah thing or through this, hey, your daughter is beautiful, we want to come and propose. And one of the Arises wanted to like ask me, if I hit you, what are you going to do? And so I made a video about it, and so it went so-called viral before Facebook was even a thing for anybody. And so Mommy took advantage of the Facebook going viral, that people in Egypt started to know her. So they would start texting her, inboxing her on Facebook and telling her all the problems in the world. And she would sit there and enjoy solving their problems because that's her field and that's her people. She thought she was helping. And then what happened, Mommy? And then shit still kept happening. So she decided to go to Egypt and see her luck. She found herself very famous when she landed on the airport. And everybody's like welcoming her, taking pictures with her. And officers are like, hey, welcome, we're waiting for you. People need people like you here. You used to give us a lot of positive energy. After the revolution, people were depressed. Mommy didn't know shit about the revolution, by the way. People were depressed, so they need this positive energy shit. So she kept making videos until she was interviewed by a few channels, and they got to know her a little more or a little less, I guess. A little less, yeah, right? And then she signed this 5-year contract with a TV station to make like a reality show. What is a reality show in Egypt, Mommy? Well, Mommy, she didn't know any of the rules or any of the sensitivity that comes with having a show, an official TV show. So she went on to help the society with their problems, whether their problems was getting circumcised, or the problems were not working or lacking jobs or smoking weed or smoking hash or whatnot. So apparently one of the episodes pissed someone off in the government, and this person did not take it easy because mommy was still a little bitch. She got this phone call from a private number telling her blah, 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 blah. And she told him, who the hell do you think you are? Did you even watch the whole episode? So they stopped her show, and after a week later, she was almost kidnapped, and that caused her a little more trauma. And so the cycle of going through two opposite nations, oh my God, preparing for a global war, started going, and mommy's been having a message she wanted to tell the big boys. Hey boys, we're gonna have a war. Hey boys, they're gonna target you. Hey boys, they're gonna target social media and everybody, but nobody would listen because she's just a woman. They think if she's a woman that she's not educated enough or well-read that she would know what's going on. And she went back to the States all sad. For 7 months, she had a bad experience or a bad encounter with somebody that I don't want to mention. And then she came back again to Egypt, and she worked then low-key. She just worked as an advertisement, whatever, strategic planner, until the COVID or the vendetta, this big global pandemic started coming on TV first, and it started scaring everybody. So mommy being mommy, she went online and she told her people, hey, don't be scared. Those masks are bullshit. The things we smell from the cars probably will kill us a little more. So you guys are strong. Don't listen to that crap. God said in the Quran that we're going to die anyway. And the passport said that the government is never going to die. So God is right. So just do not be panicking, because you panic. If people panic, they are going to get sick. They might die if they panic. They might get heart attacks and they might go through hell. So this video went viral. It took 200 million views in 2 hours or so. And so Russia and everybody else started calling mommy to ask her for questions, but no, she wouldn't answer anybody until she was laid off work again. And when she got laid off work again, apparently people misunderstood her because she was yelling at her people, telling them, shame on you, you shouldn't be scared. And so they misinterpreted her message and started shaming her and started going off on her in a lot of ways that are not human, even though that didn't affect her because she didn't even know. So she went back to the States at that time. Mommy was homeless. Oh my God, what happened then, mommy? Well, mommy was trying to get her car so she would sleep in her car. And then she tried to find an apartment. Not even an apartment. She tried to find a room to live at. So she would live in this room, and she would get calls and messages and attempts by those so-called recruiters. They wanted to work with her because they saw that she has the minds and the brains and the charisma to make an influence, a global influence. So mommy was looking at those jobs, and those jobs are government jobs. Government jobs and are a little, she never had a government job before, and she wouldn't know what's going to happen if she gets a government job, if she works in the intelligence community, or she works in the army, or if she just works in the Senate and all those good stuff. So mommy was sitting there thinking, how should I talk to my people in Egypt because they shut down my Facebook? So mommy got this plan of acting crazy. She's like, all right, sweetheart, I'm going to just do this for my home country, and whatever happens, happens. I'm going to just pretend that I'm this bad little wild girl. I'm going to get a little, plus 18-ish, so I can throw my subliminal messages in there, but nobody really got it. 2 years later, I don't know what happened, and mommy came back to Egypt again, and she had no clue that she was coming back. And then mommy started working. And she started seeing a lot of more truth, and the war started, and we're still at wars we have. It's expanding, it's going everywhere, it's affecting everybody and anybody. And then mommy started to just get online again, analyze the news, and tell people the truth. But again, the average Joe doesn't really understand the news, doesn't really understand the truth. they started just feeling the hate because of the losses of human lives, the innocent human lives. And so mommy's going through all that right now, sweetheart. And, well, she sleeps 2 hours here, 2 hours there. And in between, she would read a lot of different news, analyze different things, get sick, throw up, get panic attacks, and try to make friends. And it's becoming so hard to make friends after all her videos. She's been doing videos for 10 years, and people know her as the crazy girl who did crazy videos, or the wild girl who did wild videos. They don't even know her. They don't really know her. Some of them judge her. Some of them fear her. Some of them suspect her. So it became super, super hard and heartbreaking for mommy to her home. People don't really know that she really loves them and she's really a good girl. But they have all the speculation. So she's sitting there like, okay, God, I need your help. What should I do? I've been home for 2 years, no friends, just working, trying to make it to the gym, not even working out like I used to, but just trying to make it there. And it's been lonely for mommy. It's been very lonely for mommy. So, mommy, how did you cope? Well, mommy smoked a lot, which is not good. Smoking is really bad for your health. Don't do that. And she didn't care about being this beautiful woman anymore. She just wanted to be this, good soldier who's going to save her country. Well, are you doing that, mommy? Maybe. Maybe my work has been helping my home nation. Maybe. Sometimes they would say, yes, it is, for sure, of course. And sometimes it doesn't feel like it's doing anything because you can't see the result of her work right now. But maybe the big boys are seeing some things that she's doing that are helping. Maybe I'm helping the big boys in a good way. I don't know. I'm not sure. Why are you talking English, mommy, right now? Because I'm talking to you, sweetheart, and I'm talking to my inner self. I'm talking to the child inside of me that's crying day and light and day and night, and who wants just love, peace, and understanding, and a friend who is just loyal. People who love her and care about her. Is it hard to find people who love you and care about you here? Yes, sweetheart, because making friendship needs time, needs trust, needs energy, and she has been drained. Mommy's been so exhausted and drained, and she couldn't even find a shoulder to cry on for the past 2 years, or even a person to hug and care for. This human thing is not, working out well. Everybody's chasing his dream and ambition, and she haven't had a chance to get to know people one-on-one without misunderstandings and without preperceptions. So it's been a little difficult. Sometimes I find mercy in my sleep. So, mommy, what's your medication now? Well, my medication is praying, working, training, and sleeping. And, well, the videos I make are mostly political, so they're not super medicational. It's all political. But this one is a little me venting to my own self as a therapist about my kind of life right now. Isn't it a life of sunshine and happy-go-lucky, go fall in love and find Prince Charming and wear that white dress and just enjoy yourself and dance again? No, sweetheart, the news is really fucking depressing. So, yeah, by the time you find Prince Charming, I don't want to kiss 100 frogs to find the Prince Charming, but oh, man, it's been a journey. It's been a journey, guys. Yep. So mommy might just need to take a little nap, wake up fresh, forget that there is a problem, and just continue on with her day and call it a day. And then maybe tomorrow will be another day. Maybe the day after tomorrow will be another day. It's all about the days now. Just play with the time until God makes it happen when happiness and joys come again. I guess that's what it is, right? Thank you for the therapy session. We'll see you later. Probably never. Salam.